Good morning. It's Monday, December 1st, and that means two things. There is no table you can set, no meal you can prepare, no dessert you can have catered in that will make everyone have good table manners. If you want that, you got to fix it somewhere else. Speaking of fixing things, this series is brought to you by Keystone Technologies. Keystone Tech is home of amazing fixtures, just amazing fixtures. I'm so glad to have them supporting me for 6 years in a row now. But again, we're going to talk about their exit signs and emergency units. They have something that fits what you need. You need white, you need black, you need square, you need curved, you need red, you need green. They've got something. They've got edge lit options. All of them come with guaranteed power supplies, guaranteed performance, guaranteed to make light easy. That's what Keystone Tech does. The link is in the description. Let's get into the news because Cree is extending their furlough. No work until December 12th, at least. Lumi LEDs is moving their California facility to Asia. This is part of the buyout process from NN Optoelectronics and Inari Amerton. Raytech has bought Atexor Oy. This is a Finnish hazardous lighting company coming under their brand. No details on that. Moscow has bought Insane Impact. Insane Impact does sports lighting, but also like the Jumbotron. They do both of those things. They do OLED screens and OLED field lights. On the tariff tracker, Canada is finding new ways to disincentivize foreign steel, both by boosting local production and disincentivizing foreign imports. Time magazine fell for a completely made-up quote from the Beaverton that was attributed to U.S. Ambassador to Canada, Pete Hoekstra. This is part of the Beaverton's ongoing campaign of making Pete Hoekstra look silly. In Minnesota, the fluorescent ban begins on January 1st. That is a stage sales ban on mercury-based lighting. That'll take 2 years to fully roll out. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources insists that there is rare earths in their hills. There may be as many as 30 critical minerals ready-ish for extraction in the state. We'll see if that scores them any investments. Paper beats plastic. This is an entirely new paper spool for LED strips and other components developed by AMS Osram M. Zumtobel. It weighs 30% less. It cuts CO2 in production and shipping by 75%. Q4 at Semileds shows revenues down $13 million and margins down 3%. Signify's share buyback is still going on. This week, 162,737 shares bought back at roughly 19.8 euros apiece. The program, thus far, is almost at 7 million shares back with the board and has spent almost 147 million euros to make that happen. We have a new dividend from Hubel. That's $1.42 per share going ahead at the end of the quarter. We have a new ally in the fight for the right to repair. It's the Army. The U.S. DoD is pushing for more field serviceable gear over the subscription models defense lobbyists want. Siemens has launched a new repair service. This is mostly for their industrial automation products and projects, but they are calling it the Circular Repair Service. Arizona Outdoor Lighting has a grand opening with a new luxury company setting up shop in Phoenix. American Signature Inc. has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. They're a home furnishings retailer that is planning on liquidating stock quite soon. S&S Signs has expanded, operating a new sign shop in Peoria. Zuma has a new website. That's cool. GM Lighting has named a Canadian Center of Operations. Somewhere. The press release doesn't say. Maybe it's Ottawa. Maybe it's Burnaby. Maybe it's Moose Jaw. Who can say? Not me. I'm not following up. I'm not calling anybody about it. Survey says 90% of building pros have adopted AI, but only 5% are satisfied with the results. In rep agency updates, Blues Canada will be repping Acuity in the Greater Toronto area of Ontario. In legal news, Nanoleaf and Signify have finalized their settlement deal and patent licensing agreement. The actual settlement is light on details. Buy One Lighting has secured a new downlight patent. This is a new design patent for connected downlights. In events and webinars, the Munich Management Colloquium is hosting an all-day conference on industrial AI today. Get there. Get to Munich. Do it. You can do it. We have a webinar on light pollution research meeting controls tech. This is on December 10th from the DLC, and the Dallas Market Center will be hosting a design and build day on the 7th of January. In IoT news, White Pearl Tech is integrating their smart businesses. They have a number of recent acquisitions in cybersecurity, smart cities, and agritech. They're all coming together for the African market. Moon has debuted a smart vodka. That's right. This is a bottle that incorporates motorized stir sticks, RGB LEDs, and other features. If it was really smart, it would be gin, though. ETC joins the LCA. That's good for them. New York State is set to ban subscription-based features. That is to say that if you have to pay to unlock a hardware feature in a car, you can't. You can't. They can't make you do that. They just have to give that to you. This is under Assembly Bill A1095 in New York State, which means that could extend to other products and could extend to other states. We'll see how that goes. In research and development, timed color changes are good for alertness. This is a new study from the University of Bergen that studies melanopic stimulation in young adults. Aarhus University has built energy storing concrete. This is a new microbial supercapacitor. And we have a new glowing rare earth coating developed by Heilongjiang University in Tsinghua University, as well as the National University of Singapore, all teaming up for a new coating for OLEDs. On the dark side of things, you can find the danger zone in the circadian stimulus model. Nighttime light has been linked with cardiometabolic diseases again. Albedo, which is to say reflections from snow, is disrupting circadian rhythms. Circadian disruption has been linked with inflammation, neutropenic fever, and symptom burdens in multiple melanoma patients. You cannot catch up on sleep in one weekend. That's just not how it works. If you're a night person like me, you can't recover over a weekend. That's science, not just an anecdote, even though anecdotally, that's why so much of my life is weird. Caprock Canyon, Texas is now a dark sky park. Light pollution mitigation has joined the Green Infrastructure Strategy Program for Castilla-La Mancha in Spain. Dexter, Michigan is updating their lighting ordinances. Warwickshire, UK is pushing back on a planned business park over lighting issues. Kelowna, BC is debating adding lighting to the Bennett Bridge. Stallings, Texas is debating banning pickleball after dark. Exmoor has named the Dark Skies Children's Competition 2025 winners. And we have a ribbon cutting for a new Dark Sky International group in Salida, California. Horticulturally, we have a new greenhouse going up in Fort Berthold Indian Reservation in North Dakota. We have new lighting for a Moncton, New Brunswick cannabis farm. We have new lighting going up at 5 indoor farms in Alberta. And NASA is celebrating their 10th year of growing crops in space in their fun little box on the ISS. In recommended reading, all these links are available on nailed.org if you know where to look. But we have what tariffs are doing to West Coast ports. We have buy now before the Q1 price hikes. We have the shrinking world of Cobb tape lights. We have solar street lighting could compensate for data center energy use. But data center electricity demand is set to triple in the US. We have Leora Radetsky of the DLC on SSL requirements version 6 interviewed We have indoor lighting and China's aging population. We have a controls approach for daylighting. Can we light our way out of pedestrian fatalities? Probably not, because there's a question mark in the title. That's how question marks and titles work. Consumers and smart appliances. But how do motion sensors work? And a case study of moving fixtures entirely from one building to another. In local news, we have 86 million in contracts going ahead with the Georgia Department of Transportation. Connecticut nonprofits have a new way to secure grants. Durham Region, Ontario is honoring their green buildings. Waverly, Iowa has gotten grants for plaza lighting. New York City has found a new way to pay for Met lighting. Salinas, California is adding more lighting to the region to fight crime. Fredericktown, Ohio is planning new streetscape projects. Woodlawn, Virginia Eagle Scouts have planned a new way to light a flagpole, because that's one of the way you get your Eagle Scout badges, is just doing a community project. Orinda, California is upgrading their soccer field lighting. Trenton, Michigan is approving new park lighting. We have new trail lighting going ahead in Tucker, Georgia. And we have new lighting for tennis and pickleball courts going ahead in Sevierville, Tennessee. Internationally, Signify is fighting Dutch unions to prevent them from doing what unions do. We have a new e-waste program going ahead in the EU, and the Tramlines Festival in Sheffield in the UK damaged park lighting to a degree that is, not really acceptable from a festival attendee. In People News, we have Alexandre Boileau and Francois Garbois joining StanPro. We have Andrew Dawes set to retire. Matthew Jenkins will now be serving as president and CEO of Uptronics. Kevin Zach is now the VP of Industrial Automation at Graybar. And we have Inside Lighting recapping 53 moves for people in the past quarter. In things that I thought were weird, we have a new goth light fixture just dropping just in time to miss Halloween entirely, how to make your own satellite tracker, and a robot arm to reduce your screen time. Speaking of your time, I want to thank you for it. Thank you for your support as well. I want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to thank Nailed. Until next week, enjoy yourself and enjoy the music. See ya.
But serious